on right now. time we check this like near here?
Yeah, and then we'll just strap it in there. Put it in the seat belt.
mic is input 1.
Hello, West Hartford.
Test, test, 1, 2. I think we're coming through. There we go. Hey, West Hartford. We're off to a real fast start here. Give me one quick second while we wrap up our technical difficulties, and I'll be right with you. Stay with us. Hello, West Hartford. Here we are, at long last. We've done it. We overcome every technical difficulty that besets us. We are not halted by the woes of modern tech. We dominate modern tech, and we use it to our benefit here in West Hartford. Thank you for joining us, using your technology, your computer, to watch us on WHCI on YouTube. Really appreciate that. Here we are again, once again, at Cornerstone Pool for another glorious swim meet. Right now, we're watching the 50-yard backstroke. This looks like this is heat number 2. Right now we see in lane 1, Caroline Saunders. Lane 2, Sadie Parsons. Lane 3, Morgan Johnson. Lane 4, Caroline Foley. Lane 5, Leela Moradov. Lane 6, Emery Golia. Lane 7, Rebecca Roy, and lane 8, Maggie Killalay. It is a quick race. It's just down and back the one-time 50 yards of the backstroke. Taking a look up at the scoreboard, looks like lane 5, according to that touchpad. Lane 5 came in first place, 40.83 seconds. Lane 5 being, that would be Leela out of GHS. Very good, very nice. Welcome again. Anyone watching out of Weha or any of the surrounding towns, those participating in this swim meet? Like I was saying before, you couldn't hear me, but I said it. This is a packed house, you guys. It's wall-to-wall, families and friends in here supporting the girls as they strut their stuff up and down the pool and as they hop into the water getting ready for heat number 3 of the 50-yard backstroke. In lane 1, we see Alyssa Gentile. Sophia Fiskwall is in lane 2. Rachel Cacciatore is in lane 3. Maria Howie, she's in lane 4. Victoria Bruno will be in lane 5. Gianna Listrina is in lane 6. Lily Kostashek in lane 7. And Marley Bloom in lane 8. A lot of schools here today, not just Hall and Conard. We got Farmington in the house. We got Daniel Hand in the house. GHS is here. You know, Amity's in the building. A lot of folks out. South Windsor, or rather, Southington is here, and South Windsor, actually. So we're all here. Everybody's here. And if you've ever been to a swim meet, looking at lane 5, 36.27 seconds. It's going to be Victoria Bruno with a quick swim there. I'm looking at the meet record. The meet record set back in 2021. Jackie Fox did it in 28 seconds. That record is safe today. Jackie was on fire, apparently, that day. 28 seconds is very fast for a 50-yard backstroke. If you don't know, the pool from end to end is 25 yards. So a 50-yard sprint here in the backstroke will be down and back one time. That's what we'll see here in heat number 5. This is heat number 5 of 12, mind you. Like I told you, this is a big old swim meet. A lot of girls here. We got Himani Kumar in lane 1, Megan Hoban in lane 2, Shay Coleman in lane 3, Suma Ganta is in lane 4. Clara Tardy, lane 5. Katie Conrad is in lane 6. Hannah Kaufman in lane 7. And Adriana Gaudet in lane 8. Once again, I want to thank you guys for your viewership. You want to hit that subscribe button so you can be made aware every time we go live. Looking at lane 5 with that first wall touch. Clara Tardy, 32.07 seconds. Still not scratching that record, though. 28 seconds is nuts as we get ready for lane 6. But thank you for joining us. You can hit that subscribe button, and you'll see everything that we bring to you. Yesterday, we brought you the Burger Bash simultaneously to this event. You know, if swimming doesn't strike your fancy, we've got Weehaw United and Jazz happening right now. That's over in Blueback Square, right in the same spot where we did the Burger Bash yesterday. So you can go ahead and take a look at that if you'd like. Both of these videos will be up in perpetuity, so you can go ahead and view them at your leisure. But thank you to those of us joining us live to see heat number 6 now of the 50-yard backstroke. In lane 1, Samant Adrino Palacio. In lane 2, Desara Shabani. In lane 3, Madeline Corthell. Lane 4, Abigail Esposito. Lane 5, Alex Eggers. Lane 6, Peyton Romero. Lane 7, Arsa Sabani. And in lane 8, Teresa Lee. Coming in for the wall touch. It looks like lane 3 might get it. Oh, just ahead of lane 3 is lane 7. Arsa Sabani just beating out Madeline Corthell by less than a second. About half a second separating the two of them. And coming up behind them in lane 6 is the third place finisher, Peyton Romero. The swimmers of heat number 6 extract themselves from the water. And heat number 7 hops in. In heat number 7, we see in lane 1, Audrey Clark, Simran Kumar, Penny Tuccio, Lila Krajik, Molly Steed, Amaya Kowal Patel, Madison Zeneski, and Tenzin Thubton. That's lanes 1 to 8 in that order. This again, the 50-yard backstroke. As they come out of the turn, it looks like lane 6 is out to a slight lead ahead of the pack there. Lane 4 are giving chase, though. It's going to come down between lanes 4 and 6. I think it might be lane 4 taking it. Let's see. Ooh, just edging her out. Lane 6 in first place with 34.05 seconds. Lane 4 in second place, 34.59 seconds. Razor thin margins there for finishing lane 6. Molly Steed going to grab that first place spot. As we now, I got to turn my page. Oh, we're getting ready for heat number 7. We're moving along quickly. And I thank you for bearing through the technical difficulties up top. That was the 100-yard butterfly that we were working on our situation during. We saw some excellent swimming there, and we'll see a lot of those girls in later events. So not to worry, they'll get their due. But right now, heat number 7. It's a tight race here. It looks like between lanes 4 and 1. They're struggling against one another for first place, but I see lane 4 kind of off-center a bit in her lane. That's going to cost her precious seconds. She might not. She's going to lose her grip on first place, and out of nowhere, it looks like lane 3, actually. Lane 3 edging out lane 4 for that second place spot. But Audrey Clark in lane 1 going to take it. In lane 3, we got second place Penny Tuccio, and in lane 4, just behind her, Lila Krajik. So a great job done there by all the girls. All of them chomping at the bit for that record. 28 seconds is going to be tough to even meet. It's going to be tough to match, let alone surpass. But you know they're aiming for it. And what a stage to do it on, in front of all of these peers, in front of all these spectators. And they're off here in heat number 8. In lane 1, Madeline Mancini. Lane 2, Kayla Loney. Lane 3, Nora Muccino. Lane 4, Rachel Alejandro. Lane 5, Brooke Scott. Lane 6, Kaylee Howley. Lane 7, Ella Rose Wagner. And lane 8, Lucy Pensance. Taking a quick peek at the pool, a little peeky peek. It looks like lane 2 and lane 4 going to duke it out. Who's going to grab that? Looks like lane 4 going to grab first place at 33.85 seconds. Right behind her is lane 8, actually. 33.96. Lane 4, that's going to be Rachel Alejandro. Well done to her. And you'll notice that this meet is going to move at a rapid pace, just due to the number of swimmers. Like I said, I mean, the first event only had 4 heats, and I think that's probably the lightest event we've got here. This event, we're working with 12 heats. The next event, we've got 6. So a lot of swimmers going to be on display. A lot of schools here in the building. I'm sure you can hear a bit of the crowd noise around me. Some murmurs here in the crowd from onlooking parents and coaches. Everybody's got their phone cameras out. Here it is, heat number 9. Lily Norton in lane 1. Kaylee McNamara in lane 2. Sophia De Janeiro is in lane 3. Lillian Miller is in lane 4. Kaylee Murphy in lane 5. Alexandra Urbanowitz in lane 6. Sophia Edelman in lane 7. And Fiona Power in lane 8. This is a tight race. Looks like lane 4 might take it. Lane 5. Lane 5 is going to grab it. 32.08 seconds. That's Kaylee Murphy from GHS. Doing a great job to nab first place there. Right behind her in 6th lane is the second place finisher. 32.17 seconds. That's Alexandra Urbanowitz. And in lane 4, 32.19. Lillian Miller from Daniel Hand. Here we are at heat number 10. Heat number 10 of 12 in this second event. In lane 1, we'll see Natalie Cosioli. Emily Butler is in lane 2. Cecilia Peck in lane 3. Celine Ding is in lane 4. Julia Waisaka is in lane 5. Lane 6, Molly Womer. Lane 7, Dorina Dobruna. And lane 8, Abigail Miko. A lot of encouragement coming from the stands. Go, 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 they're shouting. It looks like lane 7 from my seat here might be the one to take first place, and she is. 30.56 seconds, lane 7. That's Dorina Dobruna. Right behind her in lane 4, Celine Ding. And then in lane 3, Cecilia Peck. Those will be your top 3 finishers for heat number 10 of the 50-yard backstroke. Just going to say, due to the number of heats in each event, we won't be seeing any diving today, just swimming. Diving held on a different date, just for the sake of time. Here's heat number 11. Olivia Frole is in lane 1. Ziggy Edney in lane 2. Rachel Matthews in lane 3. Garin Finns in lane 4. Anna Withridge is in lane 5. Megan Joe in lane 6. Sydney Delpo is in lane 7. And Kiki Leon is in lane 8. Looks like lane 2 might be in the lead here, going to take it. Let's see what the final touch is here at the wall. It is lane 2 getting close to that record. That record being 28 seconds and 1/100th of a second. We got 29.97, so we're getting down there. We're getting close. Lane 2, that's going to be Ziggy Edney out of Hall High School, the senior. I've seen her in a few swim meets in previous seasons, and she's always a top finisher. Today, no different. And here comes the final heat of event number 2, heat number 12 of the 50-yard girls backstroke. In lane 1, Reagan Sampson. In lane 2, Emma Lawson. In lane 3, Arya Mulmy. In lane 4, Phoebe Hamblett. Lexi Dominguez is in lane 5. Gracie Loney is in lane 6. Lucy Boiseneau is in lane 7. And Ainsley Schwarbeck is in lane 8. Taking a quick peek down at the pool. It's a dead heat between lanes 3 and 4. But here comes lane 6 out of nowhere. Lane 6 going to take it dangerously close to that record. 2 girls finishing under 29 seconds there. 28.69 in first place. That's lane 6. That's going to be Gracie Loney, the senior from Conard. And then in lane 3, second place, 28.93 seconds. Arya Mulmy from Amity. Remember, that record was 28.01 seconds. Less than a second away. Less than a second away from making history. It's pretty impressive. And swiftly moving on, we are now on to event number 3, the 100-yard breaststroke. 100 yards, that means from the starting point to this near end of the pool. Then back, and then down again, and then back again. Each time down and back is 50 yards. Right now we see Ritisha Undi from Farmington is in lane 3. Marin Tarfano is in lane 4. Sarah Jorgensen in lane 5. And Sophia Rastilli is in lane 6. Looking at that wall touch, looks like lane 6 is out to the early lead. Touching the wall a full second before any of the competitors. And as we progress through the heats, we'll see more and more experienced swimmers hitting the water. Looking ahead at heat number 6, there's a few more seniors in that pack. Looking at the pool right now, a lot of freshmen, a couple of freshmen. Looks like a sophomore there as well. And way out to a lead is lane number 6, Sophia Rastilli, already finished with her race, 1:25.26. The record, 1:06.81, set back in 2022 by Tess Sherry. So lane 6 finishing about 8 seconds ahead of the next nearest competitor. Second place being lane 4, Marin Tarfano, and then lane 3 in third place, Ritisha Undi. Heat 2 is on the podium, about to jump in. Maya Zukowska is in lane 1. Madison Mayer in lane 2. Cassie Lendes is in lane 3. Nicole Reyes in lane 4. Caroline Nichols, she's in lane 5. Emily Murtari is in lane 6. Madeline Mancini in lane 7. And Day Gashi is in lane 8. And it looks to be a pretty even race as they all touch this near wall roughly the same time. Some solid underwaters coming out of lane 3 and lane 5 who seem to be taking a slight edge over the rest of the pack. Lane 8 as well. Stepping out ahead as we touch the wall, it looks like It looks like lane 3 touched the wall the soonest there. Right behind her, lane 5, and then behind her, lane 4. Lanes 4 and 6 nearly touching the wall there, keeping pace very evenly. But watch lanes 3 and 5. And right now looks like lane 3 is out to a commanding lead, touching this near wall before any competitor. Here we go. Out of Southington. Lane 3, Cassie Landis. If she can just hang on and keep pace here, she's got it. Everybody else is racing for second. And here comes the final wall touch. There it is, lane 3. Lane 3, Cassie Landis, well done. 1 minute 24.31 seconds. The record again set back in 2022, 106.81. We'll see if anyone can come close to that today. It's a record for a reason. Tough to beat, tough to meet, tough to match. Getting ready now for heat number 3. In lane 1, we've got Tegan Tarscali. Lane 2, Phoebe Hill. Lane 3, Celia Filoto. Lane 4, Emma Lawson. Lane 5, Eva Lynn. Lane 6, Maggie Carroll. And lane 7, we have Naya Villanueva. And in lane 8, Adriana Gaudet. At this first wall touch, it looks like lane 4 is out to an early lead. We'll see what happens when they return to the touch pads. But lane 4, just to the naked eye, looking like an early lead here as we reach the halfway point of the race. And indeed, lane 4 is in the lead, touching the wall there at 36.48 seconds. Looks like second place will go to lane 5, 38.71 seconds at that wall touch. But lane 4, Emma Lawson right now is out to a commanding lead, and it doesn't look like she's going to give it up. And there it is, lane 4, Emma Lawson, 117.98, very fast. In lane 3, 120.34. Lane 3 will be Celia Filoto. And in lane 5, we see the third place finisher, Eva Lynn. Eva finishing at 121.23. And swiftly moving along, we move to heat number 4. This again, the 100-yard breaststroke. Miriam Labadzi is in lane 1. Pan Yi Lim in lane 2. Isadora Nasa is in lane 3. Lucy Boissonneau, she's in lane 4. Reagan Thompson's in lane 5. Audrey Clark in lane 6. Melissa Geiger is in lane 7. And Hannah Fink is in lane 8. A quarter of the way through this heat right now. And it looks to be a dead heat as you look into the water. All the girls shoulder to shoulder across the lanes will have to rely on the touch pads to differentiate who's in first place at the moment. Here we are at the halfway point of the race, and it looks like lane 4. Lane 4 out to a slight lead over 5. That'll be Lucy Boissonneau and Reagan Thompson in lane 5. Lucy in lane 4. And here's Lucy hanging on to her lead here in lane 4. On the home stretch now. Some pretty good dolphin kicks. Those underwaters are strong all the way across the pool. And this is a close one. Lane 5 might take it. Hang on. Ooh, so close. Right at the end there. Right at the end, Reagan Thompson tried to make a move on Lucy in lane 4, but she was able to hang on. Lane 4, Lucy Boissonneau able to hang on to first place there, finishing at 116.85 right behind her. In lane 5, Reagan Thompson, 117.35. And then right behind her, and in lane 3, that's 118.28, Isadora Nasa. So a tight race all the way across the pool. Here's here's heat 5. Heat 5 of 6. In the 100-yard breaststroke. In lane 1, we see Amalia Beard. We see Julia Kozma in lane 2. Reagan Birdshaw, she's in lane 3. Amanda Ford is in lane 4. Olivia DeVray is in lane 5. Abigail Miko is in lane 6. Ava Bernstein in lane 7. And Wesley Wales in lane 8. At that wall touch, it looks like lane 5. Lane 5 in first place, lane 4 in second. Lane 7 in third. Lane 5, that'll be Olivia from GHS, the freshman. And something about the middle of the pool there, that lane 4, that lane 5. Those must be the fastest lanes for some reason. At least they are today. The water's thinner there, I guess. And here we are at the final wall touch. Lane 5 able to take it. That'll be Olivia DeVray, followed by lane 4, Amanda Ford from Amity. Lane 5 there, finishing first place, 113.54 seconds. Lane 4, 113.57 seconds. Such a close race between the two of them. What was that, 300ths of a second? But no one coming close to that record as of yet. Remember the record 106.81 as we move into heat number 6. The final heat of the 100-yard breaststroke. In lane 1, Kensington Warden. Lane 2, Sarah G. Lane 3, Emma Stetman. Lane 4, Mindy Zhao. Lane 5, Ellison Charlotte. Lane 6, Isabel Guzman. Lane 7, Ella Hall. And lane 8, Katie Atwood. Let's see who's in first place at this first wall touch here, marking the halfway point of the race. It looks like, ooh, it's a tight one. Wow, it's so close. Lane 3, though, out to the slimmest of margins, I believe, 33.49 seconds. Over a 33.58, 33.55, 33.86. Not at all in a commanding lead. A tight race. This is a great event, you guys. I don't know if you've noticed, but every race has been pretty close here. It just goes to show the level of training and dedication that all the girls put in. Here's lane 4, taking that first place finish, 110.47. That'll be Mindy Zhao from Hall High School, the senior. And in lane 3, our second place finisher, Emma Stetton, 111.06. And in lane 1, our third place finisher, 111.29. Kensington Warden. And that will wrap it up for the 100-yard breaststroke. Get ready for this next one. We got 16 heats on this next event. It's the 50-yard freestyle, and this one's a sprint. I might not have time to do anything but say the names of the swimmers before this one's over. If you blink, you miss it. It's the 50-yard freestyle. In lane 1, Josie Nesta. In lane 2, Sarah Scobo. In lane 3, Caitlin Curran. In lane 4, Jackie DeWeaver. Lane 5, Savannah Jolie. In lane 6, Sadie Braun. In lane 7, Artina Moshiri. Looks like lane 4 and 1. Wait, lane 1 even more so, out to a lead over the rest of the pack. And like I said, if you blink, you miss it. The race is over, at least for lane 1. That'll be Josie Nesta, finished in 28.62 seconds. Who's in second place? It looks like lane 4 has finished swimming, but we didn't see the pad get touched there. It's still actually counting up. I'm not sure about that one. But for sure, lane 1 grabbed that first place spot. Josie Nesta. The judge is just giving a bit of a correction to what the scoreboard reads there verbally in the room. Unfortunately, like I said, it's a packed house. It's an echoey room. I could not make out what they said. We can't dispute, though. First place, great job to Josie Nesta. Getting actually close to the record. Josie did it just now in 28.62. The record is 24.72. That was back in 2021 by Riley Kudlak. Here we are in heat number 2. Lily Kostashek in lane 1. Nirja Kenan is in lane 2. Maggie Killalay in lane 3. Isabel Castillo in lane 4. Rachel Cacciatore in lane 5. Pia Burnett Herx is in lane 6. Caroline Foley in lane 7. And Harper Levy is in lane 8. Just taking a look down at the pool. Looks like lane 4 might take it here. Isabel Castillo, the freshman out of Hall High School. And she did. There it is. She touched it. 34.59 for lane 4. Lane 3, 34.77 in second place. It'll be Isabel Castillo in lane 4. Maggie Killalay in lane 3. Our third place finisher in lane 7, Caroline Foley. 35.36. And swiftly we move to heat number 3. Morgan Johnson is going to be in lane 1. Maria Howie in lane 2. Rebecca Roy in lane 3. Elora Esposito is in lane 4. Lila Moradov is in lane 5. Marley Bloom in lane 6. Gianna Lastrina is in lane 7. And Emery Golia is in lane 8. We've reached the halfway point of this heat right now. It looks like lane 4, once again, out to a bit of a lead over the pack. The final push now, less than a quarter of that lane to hit that wall. It's going to be lane 4, 32.09 seconds. Elora Esposito. Lane 5 in second place, Lila Moradov, 33.53 seconds. And in third place, lane 1, 33.64 seconds. That's Morgan Johnson. Getting ready now for heat number 4. We've got the pedal to the metal on this one. 16 heats. There it is. That's heat number 4 underway. Sadie Parson is in lane 1. Emma Clark in lane 2. Sarah Jorgensen in lane 3. Caroline Saunders is in lane 4. Maureen Tarfano is in lane 5. Liliana Muenker, she's in lane 6. Dea Gashi is in lane 7. And Riley Hopperchet is in lane 8. And just like that, the race has come to a close. Lane 3 taking first place, 32.13 seconds. That'll be Sarah Jorgensen. Sarah Jorgensen out of Hall High School. A freshman making her mark there. But a close race. Lane 5 taking second place, 32.20. And lane 4, 32.73. Less than a second separates the top 3 spots there. Here's heat number 5. Edith Kitzman, Nicole Reese, Desara Shabani, Avery McCarthy, Suma Ganta, Clara Tardy, Maya Zukoska, and Juliana Kennedy in lanes 1 through 8. In that order. I see lane 4 out to a lead, but kind of off center in her lane. She's moving from the center over to the right a bit. I don't think that's enough to lose her the race. It isn't. She'll finish first place there, 31.81 seconds. It'll be Avery McCarthy. And in lane 3, second place, 32.28 seconds. Desara Shabani. comes heat number 6. Another full pool here in heat number 6. Colleen Hoban in lane 1. Himani Kumar in lane 2. Molly Steed in lane 3. Lila Templestilly is in lane 4. Elise Harhay is in lane 5. Sophia Fiskwold is in lane 6. Sophia Shavoni is in lane 7. And Maria Ferreira is in lane 8. And just like that, lane 4 takes it, 29.48 seconds. Lila Tempestily. The energy level in this room is electric. It's packed in here. It's warm in here. Everybody's standing. Everyone's cheering. People are shouting out names that you can see down in front here. It's busy. The pool is lined on all sides by swimmers and non-swimmers. Onlookers of all types getting ready now for heat number 7 as they hit the water. There'll be Olivia Gordon in lane 1. Ritisha Undi in lane 2. Alyssa Gentile in lane 3. Molly Mays in lane 4. Kaylee Howley is in lane 5. Caroline Nichols in lane 6. Nora Mucciano in lane 7. And Emily Butler in lane 8. Coming into the home stretch on this one, heat number 7 of the 50-yard freestyle. First place is going to go to lane 7. Nora Muccino out of Southington. 30 seconds and 4/100ths of a second. Nearly 30 seconds flat on that. Remember the record, 24.72 back in 2021, set by Riley Kudlick. No one getting near that quite yet. But we're only about to enter heat 8 of 16. We got 8 more heats after this. So we'll see. That record's not safe yet. Lane 1, Tenzin Thubton. In lane 2, Maddie Puglisi. In lane 3, Taylor McNamara. In lane 4, Maya Malenkowitz. Lane 5, Tegan Tarscali. Lane 6, Emily Martari. Megan Hoban is in lane 7, and Ava Mendelson is in lane 8. And Ava Mendelson will take first place in lane 8 with 28.37 seconds. As these swimmers now starting to inch closer and closer as we get through these heats, inching closer and closer to that record as more and more experienced swimmers hit the water. We'll see what happens as we enter heat number 9 now. And they're in. In lane 1, Madison Zaneski. Lila Krajic is in lane 2. Kaylee McNamara in lane 3. Victoria Bruno in lane 4. Colby Sizer is in lane 5. Anna Hussein Malkova in lane 6. Sophia Corey in lane 7. And Leah Skates in lane 8. And there's lane 8 finishing. I hope I pronounced your last name. It could be Skates, it could be Scotties. I'm going to say Skates because it rhymes with 8. If I'm incorrect, please forgive me. But I like my rhymes. Great job, Leah. You finished first place, 28.81 seconds. Getting ready now. Heat number 10 of 16. This again is the 50-yard freestyle. An all-out sprint from the starting point down to this near end and then back. We see in lane 1, Katie Conrad. In lane 2, Samant Ardino Palacio. Lane 3, Sofia De Janeiro. Lane 4, Kate Bussert. Lane 5, Ella Rose Wagner. Lane 6, Molly Womer. Lane 7, Nala Grooms. And lane 8, Maggie Carroll. And there's lane 8 once again taking that first place spot. 28.98 seconds. Maggie Carroll. So for the first while there, for the first bit of this meet, it looked like lanes 4 and 5 were the hot spots. It looks like for this event, at least, it's shifted over to lane 8. 2 first-place finishes in a row from that lane. Heat 9, that was taken by Amity, that first-place finish. And now the first-place finish in Heat 10 from GHS, Maggie Carroll in lane 8. We're lining up now for Heat number 11. Regan Thompson in lane 1. Shay Coleman in lane 2. Maggie Maloney in lane 3. Rena Plantov is in lane 4. Hannah Kaufman is in lane 5. Brooke Scott, lane 6. Simran Kumar, lane 7. And Ella Hall in lane 8. Less than half the length of the pool to go. Who's going to touch the wall first? Lane 5, 28.49 seconds. That's Hannah Kaufman. Right behind her, 28.55 seconds. Lane 6, Brooke Scott. And 28.84 seconds, lane 8, third place, Ella Hall. Here's heat number 12. Penny Tuccio is in lane 1. Kayla Loney in lane 2. Kiki Leon in lane 3. Bianca Coco is in lane 4. Sophia Edelman in lane 5. Peyton Romero in lane 6. Lucy Pinsence in lane 7. And Julia Michidi in lane 8. This is heat number 12 of the 50-yard freestyle. And the winner of heat number 12 will be lane 4. 27.42 seconds. That's Bianca Coco. A quick race there by Bianca Coco, right behind her in lane 5. Going to be Sophia Edelman. Both students representing Hall High School. Here's heat number 13. Dorina DeBruna is in lane 1. Julia Waisaka in lane 2. Taylor Leapley in lane 3. Kaylee Murphy in lane 4. Ava Bernstein is in lane 5. Lexi Dominguez in lane 6. And lane 7, Olivia Perkowski. And lane 8, Celine Ding. And just like that, lane 6 is going to take it. 27.42 seconds. That'll be Lexi Dominguez, the senior from Hall High School. Southington's Dorina DeBruna in lane 1 is going to take second place. 27.49 seconds. And in third place is lane 4, Kaylee Murphy from GHS. 27.64 seconds, lane 4. Here comes heat number 14. Cecilia Peck is in lane 1. Anna Withridge in lane 2. Megan Joe in lane 3. Anna Maloney in lane 4. Marta Smith in lane 5. Reagan Birdshaw is in lane 6. Ainsley Schrabeck is in lane 7. And Rachel Alejandro is in lane 8. And there it is, the race is over. A really close finish there between lanes 4, 1, and 3 in that order, taking first, second, and third. It'll be Anna Maloney, Cecilia Peck, and Megan Joe in first, second, and third there. As the swimmers shake hands and heat 15 takes their marks. We get ready. Here's heat 15. Layla Harhay in lane 1. Sydney Delpo is in lane 2. Layla Lamore, she's in lane 3. Lulu Tang, lane 4. Kaylee Polotnik is in lane 5. Claire Haverly in lane 6. Miriam Labzadi is in lane 7. and Rachel Matthews in lane 8. This is heat number 15 of the 50-yard freestyle. And the winner of heat number 15 will be lane number 1, Layla Harhay from Conard High School. Sounds like we got some Layla fans right next to us. They're excited about it. She did great. She did a great job. Lane 6 taking second place there, Claire Haverly. And in lane 5, we've got Kaylee Polotnik taking the third place spot in that heat. Here is your 16th and final heat of the 50-yard freestyle. Lily Norton in lane 1, Aria Mulmy in lane 2, Laura De Janeiro in lane 3, Jenny Liu is in lane 4, Alexandra Urbanowitz in lane 5, Phoebe Hamlet is in lane 6, Alex Spetsknik is in lane 7, and Anna Jacob in lane 8. The final heat of this all-out sprint comes down to this. Here it is. Who's the winner of this final heat? It's going to be lane 3, 25.98 seconds. That's Laura De Janeiro. Lane 4 in second place, 26.24. That's Jenny Liu. In third place in lane 2, 26.34 seconds, Aria Mulmy. And that will do it. That will do it for the 50-yard freestyle. That was a high-intensity, high-energy event. I don't know if you guys have ever seen, if you've ever been to a swim meet live, that one, I mean, I promise you, there won't be a faster race than that. That was all the rest of the swims usually incorporate some level of pacing yourself and cardiovascular endurance. Not that one. The 50-yard, that's a 50-yard sprint. But now we move into the 100-yard backstroke. This one does indeed require a little more patience, a little more control, a little more endurance and breath control from our swimmers. My sheet shows 3 swimmers. There must have been a late scratch here. We don't see our Farmington swimmer in the water, but we do see in lane 3 Maggie Killalay from Hall High School, and from Daniel Hand, Riley Hoppershit in lane 4. So just a head-to-head duel here between Daniel Hand and Hall High School. The Daniel Hand Tigers versus the Hall High School Titans. Tigers versus Titans. Who will take it? And as you can see, I've been able to take a breath. I've been able to take a breath this time, as this race is a little longer, a little slower paced. A lot more can happen in a race like this, and you've got a lot more time to position yourself. You know, a little more strategy can come into play from our swimmers. Instead of just going for an all-out sprint, maybe you save a little in the tank for that last lap down the pool, and that's when you kick on the jets when everyone else is tired. You can employ strategies like that in a slower-paced race like this one. Looks like lane 3 there. Maggie Killalay from Hall High School going to take the first place spot. 1 minute and 27.15 seconds. The record is less than a minute. It's 57.69 seconds. Set back in 2021 by Jackie Fox. I got to tell you, 57 seconds for a backstroke down and back twice across the length of this pool is quite impressive. I hope we get to see something like that today. We got 6 more heats of this event, the 100-yard backstroke, coming up. This is heat 2 of 7 that we're entering now. We've got a full pool for this one. Isabella Kovaleski, she's in lane 1. Teresa Lee in lane 2. Madeline Corthell in lane 3. Arsa Shabani is in lane 4. Tenzin Thubton in lane 5. Suma Gunta is in lane 6. Liliana Munker, she's in lane 7. And Lila Moradov in lane 8. Now I just blindly read off my sheet but did not look at the pool. It looks like we have 2 more scratches there in lanes 3 and 4. So belay that. Everything else I read was correct, except for also, looks like lane 7, we've got a scratch there as well. So not quite a full pool, but a race nonetheless we shall have. Looking at lane 5, she's going to have to work on staying center in that lane. She's very, very close to the side ropes there. And it doesn't seem like a big deal, but wavering in your path down the lane adds microseconds onto your time, and that can be all the difference. Here's lane 2 finishing first, 21.04 seconds. It'll be Teresa Lee. As we get ready now for lane, or heat 3 rather. I'll take a look at the swimmers before I read the names to make sure that all of our swimmers are actually participating. You know, they print the list out ahead of time, but when it comes time for the race, you know, many things can happen. And for whatever reason, a swimmer might not be available to participate. And that looks like that's the case this time as well. My sheet shows a full pool, my eyes do not. Looks like lanes 1 and 3 are going to be empty. That's actually a benefit for lane 2. Less splashing, less of a wake for her to deal with. Lane 2, that'll be An Yi Lim. Lane 4, that'll be Ella Rose Wagner. Lane 5, Fiona Power. Lane 6, Mayuri Joshi. Lane 7, J.C. Lee. And lane 8, Alex Eggers. But like I was saying, lane 2, not having to deal with any pressure from directly adjacent to her lane. Not only is that a mental boon, right? Now it's a benefit that you don't have to think about someone right next to you. Physically, you don't have to deal with the splashing that they make. There is turbulence, both on the surface of the water that we can see, but also some churning under the surface. And that does impact a swimmer's ability to make their way across the pool. So let's see if An Yi Lim can make full advantage of that. Swimming alone now. And there it is. Lane 6 going to take that first place spot. 1 minute, 17.23 seconds. Lane 6, that's Mayuri Joshi from Amity. From Amity High School. Well done to her. I'm going to say that record might be safe. That it's just such, taking nothing away from the swimmers here today, it's just such a tough record to beat. Under a minute to do I don't know if I could run 100 yards in under a minute, let alone backstroke down a pool. And this time we do have a full pool here for heat number 4. Abigail Esposito is in lane 1. Megan Mendak is in lane 2. Lucy Pinsence in lane 3. Miriam Ewell in lane 4. Kate Bussert is in lane 5. Alex Spesknik is in lane 6. Celia Filoto in lane 7. And Lila Krajic is in lane 8. So a full pool, full of swimmers, full of action. We see the first wall touch. Looks like lane 4 is out to a lead halfway through the race here. Touching the wall at 33.18 seconds. The next fastest swimmer doesn't touch the wall until 35.24. So way out ahead is lane 4. Miriam Ewell, she'll just have to hang on to it. And it looks like she will. There's the final wall touch by Miriam Ewell in lane 4, 107.94 seconds. Lane 6, Alex Spesknik, going to finish second place. And lane 3, third place, goes to Lucy Pinsence. And now we get ready. We get ready for heat number 5. Once again, my sheet shows a full pool. I'm taking a look down there. Looks like we do have. We've got 8 swimmers in the water. Just waiting. They're taking their marks. And there's the sound. The horn has sounded. Layla Harhe in lane 1. Natalie Kozoli is in lane 2. Emma Settenham is lane 3. Isadora Nasa in lane 4. Garen Finns is in lane 5. Julia Waisaka in lane 6. Rina Plantanov is in lane 7. And Anna Jacob in lane 8. Touching the wall first, it looks like that's going to be lane 8. Anna Jacob, 32.09 seconds. Right behind her, though, that's lane 1, 32.88 seconds, Layla Harhe. Three-quarters of the way through this race, on the home stretch now. Lane 8 looks like she's struggling to hang on to her lead. Looks like lane 3 might take it. We'll see what the scoreboard says in a second here. Lane 3. Lanes 3 and 1 able to edge out lane 8. So lane 3, that's Emma from GHS. Emma Stettenman. I'm going to get your name right. Stemmen. Yes, there it is. When you try, you can succeed. Emma, great job. You grabbed first place, 107.10 seconds from Emma Stetten. Yes. We get ready now for heat number 6. Another set of full lanes. The 100-yard backstroke. Anna Withridge is in lane 1. Celine Ding is in lane 2. Olivia DeVray is in lane 3. Regan Sampson is in lane 4. Ziggy Edney in lane 5. Olivia Frolle, she's in lane 6. Kylie Sampson is in lane 7. And Molly Womer is in lane 8. Coming up now on the halfway point of this race. Let's see who's leading at that wall touch. It'll be lane 5, 31.78 seconds. Lane 5, that'll be Ziggy Edney from Hall High School. She looks to still be leading, but not by much. She's going to have to keep pace if she wants to hang on to that first place spot. She's being challenged now. Looks like lane 4 wants it. Lane 4, that'll be Reagan Sampson. Let's see what happens here. And sneaking up out of nowhere, there's lane 1. Lane 1, going to edge them both out. Anna Withridge from GHS, the freshman. 105.95 seconds for her. Lane 4 going to take second place, 106.29. Lane 5, third place, 106.40. That's Reagan Sampson and Ziggy Edney taking the second and third place spots. Hey, here comes heat number 7, the 7th and final heat of the 100-yard backstroke. Mindy Zhao is in lane 1. Melissa Giger is in lane 2. Julia Kozma in lane 3. And lane 4, Sienna Boskert. Lane 5, we've got Gracie Loney. In lane 6, Ellison Charlotte. Lane 7, we see Wesley Wales. And in lane 8, Sarah G. Just taking a look with my naked eye. Looks like lane 4 and 5 going to be competing for the first place spot. And boy, they're close. Lane 5 just barely edging out lane 4. 29.74 to 29.84. Just a tenth of a second separating them. And they're still neck and neck here, shoulder to shoulder in lanes 4 and 5. It's going to come down to the last, looks like 10 feet here. What are we going to get? There it is, lane 4. 59.88 seconds. Lane 4, that's Sienna Boskert. Gracie Loney in second place. 1 minute, 0.52 seconds. Well done to all of our swimmers. Look at that first place finish. Really close to that record. Really close to that record. I said that record was safe. That record was 57.69. We see 59.88. Getting closer. Here comes heat number 1 of the 50-yard butterfly. This is event number 6. We have 3 swimmers in the water. Josie Nesta is in lane 3. Laura Esposito in lane 4. And Sadie Braun is in lane 5. The record for this event, the girls' 50-yard butterfly, was set back in 2022 by Avery Kudlek. She was able to do it in 26.07 seconds. And we see here in lane 3, Josie Nesta able to do this swim in 30.55 seconds. So not too far off. Looks like we're dealing with, we've got some new swimmers here. We've got some freshmen in the water and a strong showing from them. They've only got room to grow. They've got time, they've got the training, they've got the coaching. They'll put in the work, and we'll see them at future meets getting closer and closer to those records. All 8 lanes active this time. Heat number 2 of 11. This is the 50-yard butterfly. In lane 1, Nirja Kanan. In lane 2, Emery Gola. In lane 3, Rebecca Roy. In lane 4, Gianna Lastrina. In lane 5, Marley Bloom. In lane 6, Mariella Potter. In lane 7, Caroline Foley. And in lane 8, Pia Burnett Hertz. Looks like lane 4 and 6 duking it out, but lane 4 going to take it there. Lane 4 in first place, lane 6 in second, lane 2 in third. Great job to Gianna Lastrina, taking that first place finish, the sophomore out of Daniel Hand. 38.73 seconds. Very, very great job indeed. And here comes heat number 3. Just all of our swimmers have now taken their marks. Just waiting for the audio cue. Waiting for our judges to give the all clear. As we wait, I just want to thank everybody for joining us. I want to thank the players and the coaches and the officials and the parents and the trainers, particularly the parents. You know, some parents who are present here today drove quite a ways to get here and to sit in this room. And I got to tell you, this room is, although I wouldn't rather be anywhere else, this is a very exciting and awesome event to see such young talent on display. It's humid in here. It's warm. You know, it's not exactly the ideal environment to relax and watch a great sporting event. But that's live sports. You know, if you want to be here, then you got to deal with the environment that's here. And deal with it we shall. It looks like we've got a scratch in lane 2. No swimmer there. In lane 1, we've got Maria Howie from Southington. In lane 3, we've got Anna Hussein Malkova. Clara Tardy is in lane 4. Morgan Johnson in lane 5. Desara Shabani is in lane 6. Madison Mayer in lane 7. And Avery McCarthy is in lane 8. That's the 50-yard butterfly. Down and back once. And that's that. We see lane 4 taking that first place spot there. 34 seconds. 34.35 seconds. That's Clara Tardy from Daniel Hand, the sophomore. All right, here comes heat number 4 of 11. We've got Deagashi in lane 1. In lane 2, Isabella Kovalevsky. Lane 3, Colleen Hoban. Lane 4, Ziva Haviland. Lane 5, Nala Grooms. Lane 6, Audrey Clark. It looks like there was a scratch in lane 7. There's no swimmer in that lane this time around. But in lane 8, Nicole Reese. And this one's in the books. Lane 6 is going to take first place. 31.63 seconds. Audrey Clark. Following her up in lane 5 would be Nala Grooms in second place. And in third place, lane 4, Ziva Haviland. All right, folks, here comes heat number 5. Looks like all eight lanes are active this time around. Looking at lane 7, those dolphin kicks are something to be admired. More than halfway down the pool before she surfaced. That's a big deal. Madison Zaneski in lane 1, Maya Malinkowitz in lane 2, Kaylee Howley in lane 3, Molly Steed in lane 5, Amalia Beard is in lane 6, Sophia De Janeiro in lane 7, and Cassie Landis in lane 8. Lane 4 going to take that first place spot. Kaylee Plotnick. Able to do that swim in 31.34 seconds. Right behind her in lane 1, 32.86 seconds is Madison Zaneski. Getting ready now for heat number 6. And they're in the water. Looks like all 8 lanes active once more. Emily Butler in lane 1. Leah Skates in lane 2. Phoebe Hill in lane 3. Emily Mortari is in lane 4. Reagan Bredishaw is in lane 5. Abigail Esposito in lane 6. Natalie Kozoli is in lane 7. And Olivia Perkowski is in lane 8. And there it is, 31.06 seconds in lane 2. Leah Skates, I believe that's her second first place finish. As her teammates jump up and down right here in front of us. Yeah, Leah, they say. Yeah, Leah, you did it. You've done it twice now, out of Amity High School. Looks like we're geared up for lane, or I keep saying lane, heat 7. 8 lanes, heat 7. And all 8 lanes are full and active in this race. Amaya Kowalji Patel is in lane 1. Tegan Tarskali is in lane 2. Eva Lynn is in lane 3. Reagan Sampson in lane 4. Molly Mays in lane 5. Hannah Kaufman's in lane 6. Colby Sizer is in lane 7. And Simran Kumar is in lane 8. There's another sprint here. Looks like lane 6 might take it, and she does. 30.737 seconds. That's Hannah Kaufman, the senior out of GHS. Our officials doing a great job of keeping us moving here. Like I said, there's a lot of heats and a lot of events we were already on. This is event number 6 of, I believe, 10.
I'm trying my hardest.
And here's heat number 8. Here comes Taylor Leapley in lane 1. Lane 2, Bianca Coco. Lane 3, Naya Villanueva. Lane 4, Megan Mandak. Looks like a scratch in both lanes 5 and 6. Lila Lamore in lane 7. And in lane 8, we see Abigail Miko. And who's going to touch that wall first? Maybe lane 8. Lane 2, edging her out. Lane 8 in second place. Looks like lane 2, Bianca Coco from Hall High School. Lane 8, second place, Abigail Miko. And in third place, lane 7, Lila Lamore from Amity. All three of those girls finishing under 32 seconds. And our first place finisher there, Bianca, finishing in under 31. Here's heat number 9. Looks like we're going to have 6 swimmers in the water this time around. Looks like we've got lane 2, Julia Waisaka. Lane 3, Ariana Potter. Lane 4, Samantha Shemeki. Lane 5, Emma Lawson. Lane 6, Isabella Guzman. And lane 7, Lillian Miller. Our first place finisher is lane number 7, Lillian Miller. 29.29 on the board. Our second place finisher, lane 4, Samantha Chemeki. And third place in lane 3, Ariana Potter. And moving swiftly along, we have made it to heat number 10. Not quite a full pool here. Looks like lane 3 will remain empty. Rachel Matthews in lane 1, Lily Norton in lane 2, Miriam Labzadi in lane 4, Irene Chin in lane 5, Isadora Nasa in lane 6, Lexi Dominguez in lane 7, and Sophia Rastilli is in lane 8. And the wall has been touched first by lane 5, 28.98 seconds. That's Irene Chen from Farmington High School, the junior. Doing a great job there. Lane 7, 29.20 seconds. Our second place finisher, Lexi Dominguez, out of Hall High School. And then lane 4, Miriam Labzadi from Southington. Going to take third place on that heat. Now moving to our 11th and final heat of this, the 50-yard butterfly. In lane 1, Kensington Warden. In lane 2, Maggie Maloney. In lane 3, Ainsley Sharbeck. In lane 4, Maria Lee. In lane 5, Lucy Boissonneau. In lane 6, Amanda Ford. In lane 7, Laura DeGeneiro. And in lane 8, Rachel Hassett. Looks like lane 4 might take it. Just looking at the pool, and she does. 26.20 seconds. Very fast. That's lane 4. That'll be Maria Lee. And well done to all of our swimmers there on 11 heats of high-flying water throwing action, splashing their way up and down the pool, slip sliding up and down the pool. Here we are now. It's event number 7. We're back to the freestyle, but not just 50 yards. It's 4 times that length. They've got a twice that length. They've got a 100-yard. They've got a 100-yard distance to cover. So instead of going down and back once, they've got to do it twice. But it's still a sprint. All 8 lanes are active on this one. Caitlin Curran in lane 1. Sadie Braun in lane 2. Harper Levy in lane 3. Gianna Lastrina is in lane 4. Isabella Castillo is in lane 5. Sarah Scobo in lane 6. Savannah Jolis is in lane 7. And Artina Moshiri in lane 8. Looks like lane 6 might be out to a bit of a lead. Let's see what happens at this wall touch here. Indeed, lane 5 able to touch the wall first. According to the touchpad there, touching it at 35.69. Coming into the home stretch here, it looks like lane 5. Lane 5, Isabel Castillo is going to hang on to that first place spot. Yeah, no one able to overtake her there. She's going to finish it in 1 minute, 19.11 seconds. Following her up in lane 4, Gianna Lastrina. Able to do that second place spot in 1 minute 19.76. So a close race between first and second there, both finishing in under a minute 20. So 13 heats total in this event, the 100-yard freestyle. We move on to the second. Emery Golia will be in lane 1. Riley Hopperchet will be in lane 2. Lily Kostashek in lane 3. Maria Ferreira is in lane 4. Rebecca Roy in lane 5. Caroline Saunders is in lane 6. Emma Clark is in lane 7. And Caroline Foley in lane 8. Taking a look down at the pool. It looks like lane 4 out to a lead. Lane 6 giving some heat there on the outside. And indeed, lane 6 able to overtake. Touching the wall first at 33.74. Lane 4 right behind her, though, 34.20. So at the halfway mark, looks like lane 6 grabbing a lead. And now only a quarter of the swim left to do. Whoever touches the wall first right now will take that first place spot. It's going to be either lane 4 or 6. Let's check the scoreboard. It's lane 6. 111.25 to 111.51 between lanes 6 and 4. Lane 6 being Caroline Saunders, lane 4, Maria Ferreira. And great job to both of them. Both finishing in under a minute and 12 seconds. No one else able to crack that speed. The next fastest was just 1:15.78. That's lane 4. Or rather, lane 7. That would have been Emma Clark. And here we are in heat number 3 of 13. 7 swimmers on the water right now. Alex Eggers is in lane 1. Teresa Lee in lane 2. Ritisha Undi in lane 3. J.C. Lee in lane 4. Edith Kitzman in lane 5. Marin Tarfano in lane 7. And Juliana Kennedy in lane 8. As we touch the wall here at the halfway mark, looks like lane 4 is out to a lead at 33.39 seconds. Able to touch the wall ahead of lanes 5 and 7, who both touch it 34.43 and 34.22. And it looks like lane 4 going to hang on right now. Lane 4 has heated back up. Looks like if you're either in lane 4 or 8, you're in good shape at this swim meet. And there's lane 4 taking it. 110.51. 110.51 from lane 4. That'll be J.C. Lee from Amity High School. Great job to her. Fist bumping her competitors. High fives all around. I love the sportsmanship. Here comes heat number 4 of 13. This again is the 100-yard freestyle. Ava Mendelson is in lane 1. Kaylee Howley is in lane 2. Lila Krajic in lane 3. Himani Kumar in lane 4. Lane 5, you see Megan Hoban. Lane 6, Mayuri Joshi. Lane 7, you've got Fiona Power. And in lane 8, we see Ziva Haviland. Looks like touching the wall first. This time out will be lane 6, just edging her out. Lane 6, 30.57 seconds. Lane 3, 30.63. And then right behind her, lane 1, 30.97. So a tight race here as we head into the final stretch. This is heat number 4 of the 100-yard freestyle. Boom, there it is, lane 3. Going to lock in the first place position, 104.62 seconds. Lane 3, that's going to be Lila Krajic from Conard High School. Looks like in heat number 5, we will see 6 swimmers hit the water. Elise Harhay in lane 1, Colleen Hoban in lane 2, Mariella Potter in lane 3. In lane 5, we see Tenzin Thubton. In lane 6, Maya Malinkowitz. And in lane 7, Victoria Bruno. Checking out the lead here at the halfway point of this race. Who's going to touch that wall first? Ooh, it's very close. It's very close between lanes 1 and 7. 32.78 and 32.67. Everyone is finishing, or touching the wall rather, after the 33-second mark. Lanes 1 and 7 out to a lead right now. It's Elise Harhay and Victoria Bruno. But we got some heat boiling up there. Looks like that's lane 6, giving everyone a run for their money. And lane 6, out of nowhere, going to take first place there, 107.02. Good job to Maya Malinkowitz. Able to sneak up. That's why I say these longer races, you never know what's going to happen in these longer races. It's a strategic call whether or not you get out to an early lead and try to maintain it, or if you just keep a reasonable pace and then turn on the jets at the end, and that's what we just saw from lane 6. Speaking of 6, here's heat number 6. And in the water we see 8 swimmers. Cassie Landis in lane 1. Alyssa Gentle is in lane 2. Katie Conrad in lane 3. Abigail Esposito is in lane 4. Phoebe Hill is in lane 5. Simran Kumar in lane 6. Sophia Fiskwald is in lane 7, and Maggie Carroll is in lane 8. Looks like lane 5 might get to the wall first on this turnaround. It's lane 8 that does it at 30.33. That's Maggie Carroll. Right behind her, though, is lane 5. That's Phoebe Hill from Farmington. But this race is not decided yet. It's a very close race. It's going to come down to this final push here. Who can keep the straightest line heading down the lane on this final home stretch? Lane 4 and 5 are duking it out. It looks like lane 8 with the outside heat might take it. And she does. 104.28. First place finish there from Maggie Carroll. Here comes heat number 7. Eight swimmers on the water. We see Sophia Chavon. She's in lane 1. Adriana Gaudet is in lane 2. Maddie Puglisi is in lane 3. Sophia Edelman in lane 4. Lila Tempestilli is in lane 5. Nora Mucciano is in lane 6. Penny Tuccio is in lane 7. And Shay Coleman is in lane 8. Looks like at the halfway point, lane 4 is in the lead, touching the wall at 29.60 seconds. That's Sophia Edelman from Hall High School. The record for this race is under a minute. If you can get down and back twice in 53.95 seconds, you'll have taken the record. As the record is currently 53.96 seconds. That was set back in 2022 by Anna Poloska. Looks like lane 4 is going to take the first place finish here. Sophia Edelman, 102.05. And in second place, we see lane 5, 103.73. Lila Tempestelli. And in lane 3, 105.46. Maddie Puglisi. Getting ready now for heat number 8. We've got 8 swimmers. And they're in the water. Lane 1, Lexi Dominguez. Lane 2, Sophia Rastilli. Lane 3, Katie Bussert. Lane 4, Brooke Scott. Lane 5, Cecilia Peck. Lane 6, Naya Villanueva. Lane 7, Celia Filoto. And lane 8, Ella Hall. Looks like lanes 1, 2, 7, and 8 are all giving it everything they've got. And they'll touch the wall fastest, particularly lane 1, touching the wall in under 29 seconds, 28.94 seconds. That's Lexi Dominguez, the senior out of Hall High School. This is not her first swim. But lane 2 now, giving her some trouble. Sophia Rastilli from Daniel Hand is gonna try to usurp that lead. Let's see what happens here on this final push. Lane 5, 59.93 seconds. Lane 5, Cecilia Peck from Conard High School. Lane 6, lane 7, going to take the second place spot. Celia Filoto, and then lane 1, Lexi Dominguez, taking the third place spot. That was heat number 8. Here comes heat number 9. With 8 swimmers about to hit the water. In lane 1, Rena Platonov. In lane 2, Hannah Kaufman. In lane 3, Kiki Leon. In lane 4, Reagan Thompson. And in lane 5, we've got Ava Bernstein. Lane 6, we see Kayla Loney. Lane 7, Sydney Delpo. And in lane 8, Julia Michiti. Looks like lane 6, It's going to be between lane, oh wow, it's really close. I can't really call it. Lane 5, 6, 2, 4, they're all doing great. Scoreboard says lane 5 is in the lead, but only barely. This is a tight race. We'll have to see what the final assessment is, because there is no decisive leader here. It could go any direction. As we head into this final stretch, it's going to come down to either lanes 5, 6, 4, or 2. It's 6. Lane 6 takes it. 1 minute, 0.18 seconds. That's Kayla Loney from Conard High School. Well done, Kayla. Well done, all. Here comes another 8-lane competition here. For heat number 10. Peyton Romero is going to be in lane 1. Lily Norton in lane 2. Lulu Tang is in lane 3. Megan Joe in lane 4. Isabel Guzman is in lane 5. Kaylee Murphy is in lane 6. Rachel Alejandro in lane 7. And Ava Ruzowski is going to be in lane 8. We're going to have that first wall touch. Looks like lane 4 out to a lead. As we see I didn't know we had a cheer squad here at the pool, but we do. Looks like Farmington brought theirs. They got the pom-poms at the edge of the water. And that's it, lane 4. We'll take that first place spot. That's Megan Joe from Conard High School, 58.34 seconds. Let me take a peek back at that record. Hang on. Because she's not far off. She's about 5 seconds off. We'll see. We'll check back with her in a little while and see if she can't shave a few more strokes off of that swim. But we're nearing it. We're getting closer and closer to someone taking that record. Another 8 swimmers about to hit the water now. This will be heat number 11. There it is. They're in the water. Miriam Labzadi is in lane 1. Lila Lamore is in lane 2. Anna Withridge is in lane 3. Olivia DeVray is in lane 4. Ainsley Sharbeck, she's in lane 5. Lucy Pinson's in lane 6. Rachel Matthews in lane 7. And Claire Haverly, lane 8. And this another dead heat here. Let's take a look at the scoreboard at this first wall touch. By the slimmest of margins, lane 8 has the lead. But she's going to have to work to keep it. And in fact, she's going to want to extend it. No decisive leader. As I say that, it looks like maybe lanes 4 and 5 start to pull away from the pack, but we'll see. They're even neck and neck with one another. Lanes 4 and 5 will finish first and second in that order. Lane 4, 58.41 seconds. That'll be Olivia DeVray. Lane 5, Ainsley Sharbeck, able to finish it in 58.44 seconds. So 3/100ths of a second separating the first and second place spots. Looks like 7 swimmers about to enter the water here. Here's heat number 12. Sarah G is in lane 1. Rachel Hassett in lane 2. Mary Sampara in lane 3. Ziggy Edney in lane 4. In lane 6, Ariana Potter. Lane 7, Anna Jacob. And in lane 8, Alex Shespinik. Another dead heat here. No decisive leader in a lot of these heats. thick competition here at this swim meet. We're looking at the scoreboard. If we had to say someone was leading by 300ths of a second, lane 4 is out to a lead. It's going to come down to whoever's got the longest arm, who didn't clip their fingernails today. That's who'll touch the wall first. It's so close. Let's see. Lane 3, perhaps? It is lane 3. 57.42 seconds. It'll be Mary Sampara out of Amity High School. Behind her is in second place, lane 6, 57.69. Ariana Potter. In third place, 58 seconds flat, lane 4, Ziggy Edney. And here we are about to hit the final heat. 7 swimmers in the water. Lane 1, Jenny Liu. Lane 2, Phoebe Hamblett. Lane 3, Arya Mulmy. Lane 4, Gracie Loney. Lane 5, Sienna Boskert. Lane 7, Lila Harhay. And lane 8, Lucy Boissonneau. Touching the wall first there at the halfway point would be lane 4, Gracie Loney from Conard High School. Leading the pack. And there she goes. This time there is a decisive leader, and it's lane 4, Gracie Loney. She's way out in front, and she's going to take it. No contest. There it is. 54.32 seconds. Woo! That was fast. And she came pretty close to that record. 54.32, very close. The record is actually 53.96, so not far off at all. Here comes another 50-yard sprint, this time the breaststroke. We'll see 9 heats of this event, this being event number 8 of 10. We see 7 swimmers in the water here. Josie Nesta in lane 1, Sarah Scobo in lane 2, Nirja Kanan, she's in lane 3, Emily Butler is in lane 4, Jackie DeWeaver in lane 5, Isabella Castillo is in lane 6, and Caitlin Curran in lane 7. This one's still a sprint, but a slower paced stroke. And here we see a fast finish for lane 1. It'll be Josie Nesta, able to wrap that one up in 37.72 seconds. Well ahead of the rest of the pack. The next fastest swimmer, 43.34 seconds. Well done, Josie. I love that I'm seeing so many new names here this season. Some returning favorites, but also some brand new, and not just freshmen. I see sophomores and juniors as well joining the swim team later in the game. That's all right. Welcome, welcome. Here's heat number 2. We see, it looks like not a full pool here. We see Elora Esposito in lane 1, Riley Hopperchit in lane 2. Lane 5, we've got Lila Tempesili. Marley Bloom is in lane 6. Samant Armino Palacio is in lane 7. And Miriam Ewell is in lane 8. And that race is in the books. Lane 5 going to take the first place spot, 40.37 seconds. Lane 5 will be Lila Tempestily out of Glastonbury High School, GHS. Getting ready now for heat number 3. Mariella Potter looks like will be in lane 1. Lane 2, Maria Howley. Lane 3, is she taking her mark? Just making sure there's not a scratch, because I do believe we'll have a full pool on this. Yeah, there she goes. She's taking her mark. We will have all 8 swimmers. Lane 2, Maria Howley. Lane 3, Caroline Nichols. Lane 4, Ritisha Undi. Lane 5, Madison Mayer. Lane 6, Alyssa Gentile. Juliana Kennedy is going to be in lane 7, and Megan Hoban in lane 8. Looks like lane 3 is out to a nice lead here early on. She's the first to touch the near wall and start heading back. Here's the home stretch, though. Can anyone eat into her lead a bit? Maybe lane 8 with some heat on the outside, but I'm not sure that it's enough. Not quite enough. 39.42 in lane 3. 40.17 in lane 8. Those are your first and second place finishers. That's Mariella Potter and Megan Hoban. Or rather, Caroline Nichols. My apologies, in lane 3. Getting ready for heat number 4. Looks like we'll have 7 swimmers. Lanes 2 through 8 will be active. Ziva Haviland will be in lane 2. Avery McCarthy in lane 3. Sarah Jorgensen in lane 4. Nala Grooms will be in lane 5. Victoria Bruno is in lane 6. Isabella Kovalevsky, she's in lane 7, and Sofia Chavon is in lane 8. Looks like lanes 4 and 5 and 8. It's going to be between those 3. Let's see. It's lane 5. Lane 5 taking it there at 39.92. That's Nala Grooms out of GHS. Well done, Nala. Nala, the only swimmer there to finish this race in under 40 seconds. The only swimmer in her heat to break that barrier. Good job on her. Everyone else finishing at least a full second behind her. Here's heat number 5. And we've got a full pool here. Edith Kitzman's in lane 1. Himani Kumar in lane 2. Marin Tarfano is in lane 3. JC Lee is in lane 4. Megan Mandak is in lane 5. Caroline Saunders is in lane 6. And Maya Zukoska in lane 7. Rounding it out in lane 8, Dea Gashi. Looks like lane 5 is going to make that first touch. There it is. First place, lane 5. Megan Mendak out of Farmington High School. Able to do that swim in 38.77 seconds. Again, the first place finisher, the only one to finish under 40 seconds in this swim. And this time far and away, the next fastest swimmer, 41.18 seconds, and that's lane 8, Dea Gashi, coming in second there. So well done to Megan. Here's heat number 6. And the pool is full. Those underwaters were sneaky. I couldn't see. Good job on them. Ava Mendelson is in lane 1. Mayuri Joshi in lane 2. Nicole Reese is in lane 3. Kaylee Plotnick is in lane 4. Adriana Gaudet, lane 5. Molly Mays in lane 6. Peyton Romero in lane 7. And Julia Michiti in lane 8. Here's lane 4. Looks like she's out to a great lead here. Yes, she is. She's going to finish a full over 3 seconds faster than the second place swimmer. 35.43 in lane 4. That's Kaylee Plotnick from GHS. Very nice. Very nice on her. I commented on those underwaters before. Listen, there are 4 strokes commonly done in these swim meets, that being the freestyle, breaststroke, backstroke, and butterfly. But often we refer to those underwater dolphin kicks as the 5th stroke. If you can cut down half of the distance you've got to travel out of the lane, they're doing it right now, you see. The longer you can stay underwater, the more you can conserve energy. You can maximize that initial dive in for maximum distance. Here's heat number 7. We've got Hannah Fink in lane 1, Amaya Kawaja Patel in lane 2, Colby Sizer in lane 3, Kaylee Murphy in lane 4, Yi Lim in lane 5, Dorina DeBruna in lane 6, and Ava Lynn in lane 7. And just like that, lane 4 is going to take it. Kaylee Murphy, GHS. Now we're seeing many swimmers able to finish this swim in under 40 seconds as we progress through the heats. Let's see if anybody can get close to that record, though, that meet record. Anna Poloska, back in 2023, did it in just over 30 seconds. Here comes heat number 8. And once again, we have a full pool. Katie Atwood in lane 1. Amalia Bayard is in lane 2. Garen Finns is in lane 3. Maggie Carroll in lane 4. Ava Bernstein is in lane 5. Ariana Potter is in lane 6. Ella Hall in lane 7. And Kylie Sampson in lane 8. Looks like lane 7 actually, going to edge out lane 6 by about 0.2 of a second. Lane 7, Ella Hall. First place. Lane 6, Ariana Potter. And then in lane 5, Ava Bernstein. Going to take that 3rd place spot. But a tight race. All 3 of those top 3 finishers finishing just under 35 seconds. Here's the 9th and final heat of the 50-yard breaststroke. In lane 1, we see Alexandra Urbanowitz. In lane 2, we see Ava Ruzowski. In lane 3, we've got Emma Stettenham. In lane 5, we've got Samantha Shemeki. In lane 6, we've got Kensington Warden. Lane 7, Irene Chen. And lane 8, Reagan Berdishaw. There it is, 32.86 seconds, first place in lane 3. Emma from GHS, well done. Following her up in lane 5 is Samantha Shemeki out of Daniel Hand. She was able to do it at 32.99. So a 1/10 of a second, a little more, separating the first and second place spots. And we've seen a lot of finishes like that today. Feel like we're not going to slow down at all. Here comes the 100-yard IM. IM standing for individual medley. This is heat 1 of 12. In lane Lane 2, we have got Leela Mordov. Lane 3, Morgan Johnson. Lane 4, we've got Clara Tardy. Lane 5, Emma Clark. Lane 6, Ziva Haviland. And lane 7, Josie Nesta. This is the 100-yard IM. IM standing for individual medley. So all of those swim strokes I just described a moment ago, the freestyle, the backstroke, the breaststroke, and the butterfly, must be performed by each swimmer. So down the lane once in one style, back up the lane in the next style, down the lane once more in the third style, and then the fourth time back will be the final style. And that was the breaststroke. On to the freestyle. Lane 4 might be about to take it here. Well, about to take second, that is. First place was already locked up by lane 7, Josie Nesta. I'm going to be honest, she finished so quickly I didn't even notice it. Good gracious. She did it in 1 minute, 11 seconds. That was pretty crazy. Getting ready now for heat number 2. There'll be 12 total heats here in the 100-yard IM. Looks like there were a number of scratches in this heat. As my sheet shows a full pool, I see 8 swimmers. I see lane 2, we've got Samant Areno Palacio. In lane 5, we've got Desara Shabani. Lane 7, Suma Ganta. And in lane 8, Madison Mayer. As they move on now to the backstroke portion. The backstroke leg of the race on now. To the breaststroke. Moving now to the freestyle portion of the race. The final leg looks like lane 2 might take it. Lane 8, though, trying to eat up some distance. Too little too late out of lane 8. Lane 2 is going to grab it. And that's Samani Arindo Palacio from GHS. Well done. 1 minute, 19.10 seconds. And this time around, we do have a full pool for heat number 3. Madison Zaneski is in lane 1. Sophia Chavon is in lane 2. Colleen Hoban is in lane 3. Ella Rose Wagner in lane 4. Cassie Landis is in lane 5. Nala Grooms in lane 6. Maya Malinkowitz is in lane 7. And Alex Eggers in lane 8. As we see them backstroking their way down the pool. Ella Rose Wagner there in lane 4. A little off center in her lane. I see that in lane 1 as well. Madison Zaneski. Really important to try to keep as centered as possible. If you'll notice at the bottom of the pool, you'll see those stripes along the bottom of the pool. That's a guide to assist your swimmers and staying on the straight and narrow, so to speak. But when you turn over for that backstroke, it's not so easy. Here's lane 6 looking like they're going to take it. And they are, 1:15.45. That's Nala Grooms from GHS. I feel like I've been saying GHS a lot today. They're doing quite all right. Another 8 lanes of action coming up here for heat number 4. Cecilia Peck in lane 1. Megan Mandak is in lane 2. Kiki Leon in lane 3. Rachel Hassett in lane 4. Audrey Clark in lane 5. Julia Machitti is in lane 6. Molly Steed in lane 7. And Emily Murtari in lane 8. As they turn over for the backstroke, you see they start to veer a bit. I see it in lane 3. I see it in lane 6. It's difficult. It's difficult to stay on the straight path when you can't get that guide there. That guide at the bottom of the pool does wonders. And veering off the course, even for a single stroke, can be quite costly in a race this close. Here's lanes 4 and 5 duking it out here. And on this home stretch, it looks like lane 4. Rachel Hassett wants to pull away with it, and she looks like she's gonna. There it is, lane 4, 1:10.18, kicking first place. Rachel Hassett. Lane 5 right behind her, less than a second. 1:11.01 in lane 5, that's Audrey Clark. And right behind her in lane 2 is Megan Mandak, less than a second behind her. Another 8 swimmers lined up on the blocks for heat number 5. Amaya Kawaji Patel, Nora Mucino, An Yi Lim, that's lanes 1 through 3. Here comes lane 4 is Kayla Loney. Lane 5, Maddie Puglisi. Lane 6, Leah Skates. Lane 7, Brooke Scott. And lane 8, Kaylee McNamara. As they transition now to their backstroke portion of the swim. This next wall touch will mark the halfway mark. It's the halfway point of the race, and it looks like lane 6 might touch the wall first. She does, 33.86 seconds. That'll be Leah Skates. She's doing it again. She's gunning for another first place finish. Leah Skates might do it, but lane 4 here, Kayla Loney giving her a run for her money. It's going to be close coming into this final push. Who's got it? Kayla Loney. Wow, wow. Look at the time there. 1:13.63 for the first place finisher. 1:13.71. What a close race that was. Great job by both Kayla Loney and Leah Skates, putting on a real show for us. The only 2 swimmers to finish in less than 1 minute and 14 seconds. Doing a great job out here. Still no one coming really that close to the record, though. That record is nuts. Megan Tiernan back in 2022. Did it in just over a minute. She did it in 1 minute, 0.84 seconds. We got another 8 lanes of action here. It's heat number 6. Elise Harhe in lane 1. Sofia De Janeiro in lane 2. Nia Villanueva is in lane 3. Sophia Edelman in lane 4. Celia Filoto is in lane 5. Sophia Rastilli is in lane 6. Phoebe Hill in lane 7. And Taylor McNamara in lane 8. Here comes the breaststroke coming down the lane. Backstroke all wrapped up. Looks like lane 6. Lane 5 going to touch this near wall just before lane 6 and get the turnaround heading into the freestyle portion. Now's the time to turn on the jets if you want to catch up to lanes 5 or 6. But it's coming down to that. Between the two of them, it looks like lane 5 is going to take it. Let's see. It's lane 5. 110.97 for lane 5. That's Celia Filoto. Right behind her is Sophia Rastilli in lane 6, 111.52. And moving swiftly along, we're on to heat number 7. Another 8 swimmers line up. And there's the horn, and the swimmers are in the water. Coco Bianca. I always say her name backwards. I'm not sure why I do that. Her name is Bianca Coco. I know her personally. I work at Hull High School, and I've interacted with her a number of times. And you know what? I call her Coco every time. My apologies, Bianca. Bianca Coco in lane 1. Taylor Leapley in lane 2. Reagan Thompson in lane 3. Alex Seshpanik in lane 4. Hannah Fink in lane 5. Amalia Baird is in lane 6. Kaylee Plotnick is in lane 7. And Molly Mays in lane 8. Touching the wall first there. Looks like it was lane 6. Or rather, lane 1. Way out ahead. 32.54. That'll be Bianca. And it's getting loud in here, boy. Everybody's getting hyped. The energy is loud, it's electric, and I love it. Whoa, lane 4 bursting out of nowhere, kicking on the jets as they enter the freestyle portion of the race. No one's catching her. She's gone. Lane 4 going to take it, 109.7 seconds. From Southington, Alex Sespanek. And that's what I mean when these longer races, maybe you save a bit in the tank and you kick on the jets at the end. She was quiet throughout the entire race until that freestyle portion where all of a sudden I just looked up and I thought there was a motorboat in the water, the way the water was kicking up. She really turned it on. She wanted that first place finish and she got it. I say that. Looks like she tied with lane 7, which is actually quite rare. Kaylee Plotnick and Alex Sespanek actually able to tie exactly 109.70 seconds. I don't think I've ever seen that, an exact tie. Here's heat number 8. Ava Ruskowski is in lane 1. Maggie Maloney in lane 2. Claire Haverly is in lane 3. Ariana Potter is in lane 4. Mary Sampara in lane 5, Colby Sizer in lane 6, Olivia Frole is in lane 7, and Eva Lynn is in lane 8. As we move on now to the backstroke portion of the race, we'll see at the halfway mark who's leading. Looks like lane 5, touching the wall there at 31.90 seconds. Lane 5 will be Mary Sampara from Amity High School. And she's duking it out right here in the middle of the pool with lane 4, Ariana Potter. Daniel Hand is here to cheer on Ariana. They're right down in front of us. You should have heard him just a second ago. And it looks like it might have worked because Ariana looks like she's fighting for that lead. She might take it. Wow, just barely edged out by 4/100ths of a second. Lane 5, Mary Sunpower are going to hold on and take that first place finish, 108.02, for right behind her, Ariana Potter, 108.06. A lot of really hair splitting, like splitting the hairs between these finishes, right? I said it before, sometimes it comes down to whoever you got longer fingers. You know, you're able to touch that wall a split second sooner. That's what we're seeing out here. Looks like we've got 6 swimmers in the water here in heat number 9. In lane 2, I see Lillian Miller. In lane 4, Kylie Sampson. Lane 5, Miriam Yule. Lane 6, Irene Chen. Lane 7, Olivia Perkowski. And lane 8, Katie Atwood. Coming up on the halfway mark of this race, let's see who takes the first place spot. At this point, at this wall touch here, lane 5 out to a slight lead, or rather lane 2 out to a slight lead over lane 5. Lane 2, Lillian Miller. Lane 5, Miriam Yule. Lillian enjoying no swimmers on either side of her. She's all alone in her lane. Nice still water for her to work with. Going to do everything she can to make the most of it. But here's the freestyle portion where anything can happen. Looks like lane 6 might overtake her. Here it is. Wham, there it is. Lane 6 took it. Lane 6, 108.91 seconds. That's Irene Chen. Irene Chen from Farmington High School. Great job, Irene. Ladies and gentlemen, this is heat number 10. Heat number 10 of event number 9. We got a full pool here. Ziggy Edney in lane 1, Layla Harhay in lane 2, Samantha Chemecki is in lane 3, Olivia DeVray is in lane 4, Garen Finns is in lane 5, Amanda Ford, lane 6, Abigail Miko in lane 7, and Reagan Sampson is in lane 8. If you can believe it, this is heat number 10 of event number 9. There's only 12 heats in this event, and then there's only one event after this. Time flies when you're having fun. And right now it looks like lane 1's having the most fun out there. Ziggy Edney touching the wall first at the halfway mark. But here's that freestyle portion where anything can happen. Lane 1 has fallen out of first place, and lane 3 has taken off like a torpedo across the pool. She's done. There it is. She's going to touch that wall first, easily taking first place. 105.42 seconds, lane 3. Samantha Chemecki, well done. Great swim by the senior there out of Daniel Hand. All right, here comes heat number 11 as our swimmers take their marks. It looks like we will have a full pool, all 8 lanes. Laura De Janeiro in lane 1. Melissa Geiger is in lane 2. Emma Stettenham is in lane 3. Sarah G in lane 4. Isabel Guzman is in lane 5. Jenny Liu is in lane 6. Isadora Nasa is in lane 7. And Emma Lawson in lane 8. On to the backstroke portion of the race. It looks like lane 2 might be out to a lead there. It's between lanes 2, 6, and perhaps 1 as well. Let's see who touches the wall first at the halfway mark. Lane 2, yeah, lane 2 out to a slight lead. The slightest of margins there. 4 swimmers touching the wall there under 30 seconds. Averaging about 15 seconds per pass down the pool. And on to the freestyle section where it looks like lane 6 is going to pull away with it. There it is, lane 6, touching the wall at 103.78. First place goes to lane 6, Jenny Lou from Farmington High School. And as we gear up now for the 12th and final heat of this event, the 100-yard IM. Let's see how many swimmers we have. It looks like we will not have a full pool for this final heat. Let's just have our swimmers take their marks and then we can take stock of what's going on. Everybody's energetic. I think there's something going on maybe over at the judges' table. Just making sure that they've gotten the names correct and we've got all the right swimmers in all the right locations. We're not quite done with this event. We've got one more event, or this meet. We've got one more event coming up after this. But it's never too soon to thank everybody for their participation and their dedication to the sport, to the students, to the athletes. Thank you to the coaches. Thank you to the trainers, the staff. You can even thank Public Works here in West Hartford for the upkeep of the pool. Looks like we'll have 6 swimmers in the water right now, lanes 2 through 7. Julia Cosma in lane 2. Ellison Charlotte is in lane 3. Maria Lee in lane 4. Sienna Boskert is in lane 5. Gracie Loney in lane 6. And in lane 7, Kensington Warden. Touching the wall first at the halfway mark is going to be lane 5. That's Sienna Boskert. Touching the wall in under 30 seconds. Everyone else under 31 seconds, but greater than 30. And here we go, kicking on the jets for the final pass down the pool. Get those dolphin kicks out and go for it, ladies. Here it is. Leave nothing in the tank. Lane 5. Looks like Sienna Boskert might take it. There it is. 102.55 for Sienna. And another tie. Wow. In second place, 103.70. Second place, lanes 3 and 4. Julia Cosma and Ellison Charlotte. That's twice in one day. You know, it's almost more impressive to get that tie than it is to win the race. That's the coordination it takes to grab that is crazy. Here we go. That was the final heat of event number 9, the girls 100-yard individual medley. We've only got one event left. That will be the girls. That'll be the girls 1,000-yard freestyle relay. Only one heat on that. It's a multi-school relay. This one will be, if I'm not mistaken, I'm seeing girls from multiple schools. Let's take a look at what we see when we hit the water here. But again, I want to thank everybody. I want to thank you for your viewership, quite honestly. Without our viewers, you know, what are we really doing here? We love bringing local events to the people of West Hartford, and anyone else who would like to join us. Anyone's welcome. Everyone's welcome. Tell your friends and tell your families. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You can copy the link, copy the URL, and share this video out to all your friends and family across the country and around the world. They're all privy to see it. You know, we were just, as I say, we do town events. We were just at the Burger Bash yesterday over at Blueback Square, a lovely event. It was the second annual Burger Bash. And in the middle of it, while we were covering the burgers, while we were covering that event, we were seeing all the tasty, tasty, delicious sliders that everyone had on offer. We were stopped. We were accosted. We were stopped by a rabid fan who couldn't hold his peace. He had to let us know how much he appreciated West Hartford Community Interactive for our presence at the hockey games. It's nice to know when you're making that kind of impact on a local level, and we're happy to do it here. We're so thankful for you guys, appreciating the effort that we put in. We thank you for sharing the link. We thank you for subscribing, and we're going to keep doing it. We're just going to keep going at it, bringing you the local town events, bringing you the swim meets, bringing you the Burger Bash, the hockey games. Like I said before, the United in Jazz going on right now in Blueback. We cleaned up the Burger Bash, and we set up some instruments. We're playing just world-renowned musicians over there. I don't know. I was there a minute ago. I took a look, and I saw the drummer, and I said, I know that guy. I've seen him on TV a number of times. And then I looked at the bass player, and I said, I know that guy. And I looked at the keyboardist, and I said, I know that guy. And the saxophonist. I knew them all. World-famous musicians right here in West Hartford. Because that's what West Hartford does. Only the best in West Hartford, of course, and we bring it to you here for free on WHCI. If you didn't make it out to the Burger Bash, if you didn't make it out to United in Jazz, you can check that out on our channel right here, the same channel you're watching right now. As we get ready, we're diving right in quite literally. We've got Farmington versus Amity in the water right now. And now Connaught versus Southington. A 1,000-yard freestyle relay. I've never seen an event quite like this. This looks like Hall versus Amity now in the water. Or rather, Daniel Hand. Hall versus Daniel Hand in the water right now. And these girls tearing their way down the pool. I'm sure you can hear it. Everybody's hyped up on this one. I love this multi-team relay. Girls who were just a moment ago competing against one another. They were competitors head-to-head, directly trying to take one another out, swimming the fastest. And now they're on the same team, competing alongside each other. You got to love the sportsmanship, right? I know you can hear that room noise. I know you can hear that at home. Oh my goodness. Next time, you guys, you got to make it out here to one of these swim meets. We're glad to bring it to you at home, but there's nothing like the live show, baby. The energy is electric. They're jumping, they're screaming, and rightfully so. This is quite the display. In the water now, Amity and Farmington. Farmington in lane 4 right now, Amity in lane 5. I see Connaught on the block. I see Southington on the block, about to jump in. There they go, Southington out to a little bit of a lead over our Connaught swimmer. And these girls are tearing their way up and down this pool. chopping that water up. Conard now in lane 4, Southington in lane 5. You know, I'm just going to let the action speak for itself here. I can't outdo this energy in this room right now. Listen to this.
Skipping it toilet! Coco! She's the best swimmer alive!
Wow. That was something. That was something. We had some boisterous fans in the room. We had some boisterous fans in the room. Some excited folks here. Hey, check that out. In the middle of the pool there. Southington, Amity, Conard, all in the water celebrating together right now. On a race well raced. Great swim by all of those swimmers. Hey, West Hartford, and Amity, and Southington, and Glastonbury, and everyone else watching. Thank you. Thank you for watching. We appreciate your viewership. We thank you so much, and we would thank you even more so if you were to hit that subscribe button, and even more so if you were to hit that notification bell, and even more so if, say, you hit the share button and sent that link out to some friends and family of yours, and let them know about all the fun that we have here at WHCI on YouTube. And as the swimmers go out on all their cheers, here, that's Glastonbury right over to our left, doing their end chant. We want to thank you one more time for joining us, and I want to invite you to check out all the other goodies that we have on WHCI on YouTube. Again, we got the Jazz Festival going on. We had the Burger Bash yesterday. We got the Halloween Stroll coming up. A lot of good stuff coming up in the coming weeks. Italian Night, I know, is coming soon. You want to stay aware. You want to stay in the know. You want to know what's going on in West Hartford. You check out WHCI. Hey, everybody. My name again is Chris P. I love you so much. We love you. Weehaw. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you at the next one. Have a good night.